What's up? It's Kamillion, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. We activated, period.
All right, so we got Kamillion off the porch with us today.
Trust, what's up? We activated.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel like money. I feel like we finna make some real soon. Some more. Where is it?
You in the right city.
You feel me?
So yeah, I appreciate you coming by today.
For sure.
Yeah. What else do you have planned to work on here in Atlanta during this trip?
Man, we got a whole week of just, work, press, and all that shit. Photos, videos, just the regular everyday shit working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you come up here pretty often to work?
Not a lot, but I do come up to Atlanta to work. I know I came up. I know like the coronavirus has been kind of, so I ain't really been. I'm lying like a bitch. I was just up here. I be moving though,
Yeah. Move in silence.
Yeah.
So, what's life like in Duval?
Oh man, life in Duval is great. Life in Duval, survival, hustle, yeah, don't come down there if you got, what I'm saying, if you ain't. But yeah, Duval, I love it. That's all I know, That's my city, that's my home.
Yeah.
So.
What was your childhood like growing up there?
I feel like I had a great childhood, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood, It's funny because even though we was like in the hood, I felt like I was rich. Like my mom always never let me go without, you feel me? She was buying clothes from the people in the neighborhood, you feel me? And it's like, even though I was in that situation, I always felt like I was who I am now. Like I always felt like then who I am now. It's like now I'm just growing into it, But she always taught me you never got to be what you become, what you come from. So, I always felt like I was that girl, even then when we have what we got now.
Yeah.
So.
What was one of the biggest life lessons you learned?
Wasn't one of my biggest life lessons?
Mm-hmm.
Keep your mouth closed. Whatever you're gonna do it, and just don't talk about it. Because sometimes people try to beat you doing you. So.
Yeah. And what would you say is one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome to make it to where you're at today?
It's a lot of motherfucking obstacles. I would say to keep pressing on, like to keep grinding. People be like, keep grinding, keep grinding, keep grinding. Yeah. Like that's easier said than done, When you spending your own money, you keep getting knocked down, you keep getting doors closed in your face. Ain't nobody trying to help you. They only want to help you when you making it or when they see, the progression. Then it's like where you was when I needed your help. Now you got all these great ideas, you know what I'm saying? Where was you when I was knocking on your door, for assistance or for guidance, So, yeah.
All right, so how long you been making music now?
Shoot, I feel like I've been making music all my life. I think my mama had told me I was like beatboxing like in her womb, you know what I'm saying? Like she kept feeling me dancing on her cervix and stuff like that. But I say like the caliber of what I'm doing now, I say like within the last like 4-5 years, I just like then been turned up, like really just on my shit and found my formula of like what I do great. I ain't trying to step in nobody else's lane, just focus on what I'm doing and just being consistent.
Yeah. What had motivated you to start taking it serious?
Being broke. I like to eat good. I'm little, but I like to eat. And I like to eat good. I like to buy what I like to buy. I like to do what I like to do. And like just being broke for me was pressure. I had a situation and I just had to kind of climb myself out of, nobody really couldn't help me out of that situation. I had to do it on my own, So it was like, just close your eyes and just put on the brakes, no You know what I'm saying? I mean, foot on the gas, no brakes, you know. So, yeah.
Who'd you grow up listening to?
Now that I think even like with my name, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I had a real good like canvas of like people. I was listening to R&B, I was listening to the old school, you know, because I grew up around like older people too. So like my grandma used to own this club. My grandma used to own this club and she used to sneak me in the club or whatever. So, you know, I see her getting into it with bitches about her man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just saw so much, you know what I'm saying? So I used to have this little journal and I just used to be writing down like all the things that I observed. But they used to play like bluesy, like you know what a hole in the wall is? Like they used to play hole in the wall music there. And then my mama, her radio, her car, she had this Toyota. It was stuck on like the rock station. So, you know, like, what's their name? Oh my God, what's the band name? I can't think of their name, but they had like real long hair, Queen, like all that type of stuff. So I think like that's what my musical palette, like just being diverse comes from. Red Hot Chili Peppers, yeah. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to a lot of shit, so. Yeah.
So how'd you get the name, Kamillion?
Well, my nickname is Millie anyway. And, you know, it's like whatever beat I hop on, it's like a chameleon. Like I could just fuck with anything. Like it's nothing I can't do. I just, you know, I wouldn't say blend in because I hate that word blend in because I stand out wherever I go. But I'm able to adjust, you know. You give me an R&B track, you give me some rap shit, some New York shit, some LA shit, some gospel. I make gospel twerk music too.
Gospel twerk
for Jesus. You feel me? Man, I'm twerking for Jesus forever because he my biggest tip of fuck these niggas. If you twerk for Jesus, he gonna give you everything you want. For real. G shit.
And you also own lizards too, right?
Yeah.
What do you have?
I have 2 bearded dragons. I had 2 chameleons. I love lizards. I'm a lizard queen. Hell yeah. I'm finna get me a baby alligator though.
A baby gator?
A baby gator.
Where you gonna keep this gator?
I can't tell y'all all that because see, they might try to report me and stuff, so I can't go into all that.
Have you always liked lizards, even growing up?
You know what? My mama is terrified of lizards. Like when lizards used to get in the house, like this lady used to literally like, oh my gosh, she was so dramatized. So I don't like the house lizards, like the little green ones that just, it's so crazy. I'm scared of them. Like I'm scared of the little house lizards, but like exotic animals, I'm infatuated by them. You know, like I love my lizards. My lizards travel with me. They here in Atlanta, you know.
I was gonna ask where they are.
Yeah, they here. I really should have bought them. You know, they match my clothes, but I had them traveling all day, so they needed some warmth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't gonna keep, you know, making them uncomfortable. You know?
No, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't see too many females owning lizards.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. All right, so what's your thought on the rise of the female rappers these last few years?
I think it's great. I think with different personalities and different girls that represent different girls in real life, like it's a representation of the world, because not only one girl should hold a crown, you know. It's a lot of queens of this shit, you know. I'm a queen of what I do, you know. And I don't feel intimidated when another person say that they a queen, you know, because they are. Like, what the fuck you want to call yourself, a peasant? Like, the fuck? Like, who? You feel me? So, like, I think it's great, though. And I feel like the more we collab like these boys, like, even if you don't really like certain females or whatever, but, like, if you learn just how to get money, like, that's how the world go around, like, collabing, because you pulling somebody else's audience, so they demographic, you know.
So did your music take off right away, or did it take a while for you?
Hell no, that shit ain't take off right away. Take off how you took off. Nah, it ain't take off right away. Like looking back, like listening back to my old music, It was alright, you feel me? When people used to be like, you know, I think you got talent, you know, you just need to work on your production. I'm like, who they talking about? And like, you need to work on your song. Who you talking about? I felt like my shit was everything, but a lot of times as artists, you got to take constructive criticism because it's only going to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get the people what they want. A lot of people riding around listening to the songs that they want and they don't have no fans because y'all keep putting out shit that y'all want to hear. Like, you not finna buy your shit. Like, you know, so it's like, it took a minute to really like just find myself. And once I went through some real shit in life and went through some things, it's like, all right, you know, I got something to talk about. I got a new passion, you know, and yeah. So shout out to my producer, MGZ. Like, a lot of that came with linking up with a producer. I think every artist should like have their go-to producer that they help create their sound with, you know, and MGZ, he, you know, me and him together is like Batman and Robin, you know. Yeah. But we two Batmans, you know. Two Batmans. Ain't no Robin.
No one playing Robin there, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the music scene like in Duval right now?
Shit, Duval, I feel like, to be honest, you know, shout out to the whole state of Florida, but Duval got like the most artists right now that's coming out of the state and just in one city, you know. So like, I feel like because Duval is so like raw, like and uncut, that comes across in our music, our lingo, you feel me? A while ago, like nobody want to say there's from Jacksonville on the music scene. They're like, where you from? Like, cause Jacksonville is really like the biggest city land wise, you know, but we ain't have shit popping here, you know, but man, now everybody want to be from that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, or everybody want to come down cause the people that's represent the city make it look good. Even though we might not be there or we might be moving around, it's like, shit, I want to move to Jacksonville because everybody out that bitch popping, you know? So, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Twerk For Me, this single.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about the first verse.
Let's do it. What's up? What you want to know?
This is the one that had the sample, right?
Well, it was never a sample. It was an interpolation.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So who put that together?
Well, one night, me and my producer was in the studio. And I had this idea and he was trying to keep me out of the studio because another session was coming in. I said, no, I want to get something off my chest. I got an idea. And so he was like, man, come on. I'm like, man, just turn the mic on, please. And he turned the mic on and I freestyled the whole song. And it came out Twerk For Me, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, this a hit or whatever. And I was like, I knew the melody that I was singing was a very popular melody from a song called Stand By Me. You know, so me, I'm like, shit, let me just reach out to the publishing company, put in a phone call, see if I can get it clear. You know, I thought it was simple. They basically, you know, was asking, was I signed and stuff like that? And I was telling them no. And I was like, so is that why y'all not going to, you know, clear the sample? They was like, well, we can't really say, but, you know, ooh. So in my mind, you know, no is not in my vocabulary. Like, a bitch tell me no, what is that? What that mean? What no mean? So I'm like, all right, let's turn that no into a yes by making a way. So I was like, you know, I asked them, could I put it on YouTube? They was like, well, we can't say yes or no. So, you know, my sister ended up passing away from cancer. And honestly, I just felt like this record could change my life, you know, like, they got to feel where I'm coming from. Like, you know, I'm out here trying to make it, trying to follow my dreams. And, you know, I felt like my back was against the wall and I ain't had no other choice because I felt like God had showed me, like, once I get a vision in my head, I know it's going to work. Like, people be thinking I'm crazy. Like, when I say stuff and then it come to pass or I could feel something, like I'm slick psychic for real a little bit, you know, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But, so yeah, so, you know, I ended up dropping the record like the first week. And so this dude, he told my manager, he was like, man, you need to start a challenge, you know what I'm saying? Put some money up. I'm like, bitch, I ain't got no motherfucking money. Like, I ain't gonna give people no money to do a challenge. What the fuck? Like, nigga need a challenge. I need the money. So he was like, you know, well, all right, well, you know, your song ain't gonna do nothing if you put something into it. So I was like, bro, how we gonna do this? He was like, just put it up there. Say you're gonna give away $1,500. Mind you, I ain't have no money at the time. And he was like, in a week, you know what I'm saying, when you put this song out and you do the challenge, you're gonna have enough money to shoot the video that you wanna shoot, do whatever you wanna do. Man, that man was so right. Shout out to DJ Dr. Doom. The next week, I started getting so booked. I was booked up. We did 3 runs for Twerk For Me. I was booked up from January, February, March, April, until April. Then we went from April to June to August. That was the second run. Then we went from there to the end of the year, and it just kept going. I went to Germany. Like, it really changed my life. So in the midst of that, once something big like that blows up, them people coming for your ass.
Now they have an answer. Now they want to say yes.
Young people is coming. So I remember we was in Tallahassee, and I was getting ready to go on a show, and they pulled the motherfucker down. And that was my first time ever in life hitting 1 million views on YouTube.
Oh wow.
Man, I wanted to cry. I was like even though I'm a female, I'm a tough girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, like, crying is pussy. But if you see me crying, bitch, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I was trying to suck it in and hold it in. And Doom was just like, it's gonna be all right. Like, something gonna come out of this whole situation. Well, what ended up happening is when they took it down, it made the song stay brand new because my fans kept putting it back up.
Oh, really?
They kept putting it back up on YouTube. So every time it'll hit 10 million, they'll snatch it down, it'll come back up. And they thought it was me, but it was my fans. So at that point, the song then got bigger than me at this point. Now all the radio stations then start picking it up from South Carolina to LA to New York. I mean, the shit just was spreading like how you hold when they be fucking all these niggas, you know what I'm saying? They be spreading that shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it started spreading like that. So I was getting ready to go to Germany, and I was like, I can't possibly go to Germany and I don't got my song streaming on platforms. Like, who am I to go to Germany and I don't got no song playing and I'm in their country performing this song? Mm-hmm. So it made me mad, and I had, told the promoter that we was gonna push it back, and the promoter was mad because, of course, they had already bought the tickets and stuff. But, with me, it's just like I'm a perfectionist, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have some type of twerk song on, so when I perform these people, they can go stream my shit. Mm-hmm. I can make some money from it. So I was so mad in the studio that I came up with this song called Bend Your Back. Oh, bend your back. And like, that song was inspired just because I was pissed off, about Twerk For Me. So once I felt like I had another hit, I was like, tell the man to rebook them tickets. Here we come, we coming. And I went to Germany. I didn't realize how many Americans was in Germany. So you had my little VIP section. I'm like, man, well, I'm up here by myself, man. Y'all come up here. People from Jacksonville was in the club and all of that. So I had people coming back to my room. Like, I know that's kind of crazy, but I be living like that. But, I had fun. And I mean, like, shit, even up to now, like when it went crazy on TikTok, people that don't happen for people for records. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of signed art. I'm still an independent artist. People think I'm signed. Like, literally up until now, like, I just started to expand, like, my management team and stuff like that. But it's like behind, visuals, I'm paying for all my visuals, paying for all my studio time. Me and my producer, we work out our splits and stuff like that. But it's really me, you know what I'm saying? Like, putting all this shit together, you know what I'm saying? It came a time to where I'm just like, okay, it's time to elevate. A lot of people, a lot of labels and stuff coming to the table. But for me, I just wanted to protect my brand because I never want anybody to take away that, like, creative thing in me. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all want these hits, y'all got to let me do me. Yeah. You feel me? So that's how that shit came. They still won't let me get the rights to the interpolation. And then, boom, a little birdie named Tavoria was like, why don't you just redo the song and sing it different? And I was like... And I didn't think about that a year ago. So I'm like, I can sing, and that's really what it was. I ain't steal nobody's song or nothing like that. It was really just a melody that I was singing. It's called an interpolation, not a sample, for all you motherfuckers that be in the comments that think y'all know shit. But, so we got Twerk For Me 2, getting ready to drop. And I'm singing my ass off in that shit. And we got Fat Man Scoop on the record.
Okay.
We got Plies, you know. And then for the remix, we got some other shit coming, but you know, that's just like a little history on the record, you know. So it's like the record, I guess, it didn't accept no either, because the shit kept coming back. Like this is a song that don't end, bitch. Like what the Petey Pablo man that kept doing different versions of his song. Like this song is just really gonna, like, when we old and gray, like people still gonna be twerking to it, you know. And I felt like the word twerk, I think the word twerk kind of threw the people off, you know, the Lieber and Stoller people off, because they don't understand the culture of twerk. Like twerk comes from a African dance called mapuka, where it's just like a celebration of your body, or, you know, like it's nothing derogatory, you know. So when we twerking and we shaking, it's a celebration. We happy, you know. Our people come from Africa. We celebrate, we dance, you know. It's cultural. So I just think that's where twerk for me, you know, it kind of got chopped up. But I don't know. I think if Ben King was here, he would love the way, you know, his song is being interpolated, because a whole new generation is being introduced to it. And look how many people is impacted around the world. Like, forget me. The shit's bigger than me at this point. Like, give it to the people because of the people, you know? Like, billions of streams. Like, who do that? Tory Lanez said he ain't even do that. You feel me? He ain't even do 1 billion plays on TikTok. You feel me? Shout out to Tory Lanez. Period.
So who are some of the celebrities that posted videos, and was there any celebrity that kind of caught you off guard? Like, wow.
All them motherfuckers was doing twerk for me. Every time I went on TikTok, I'm talking about every other video was TikTok. You know, China. I was really touched by Kobe Bryant's wife.
Yeah, Vanessa.
Just to see her enjoying herself and having fun, you know, because we seen when her husband passed away, you know, she was going through it. So for me, again, like, that song was made in a little tiny cubbyhole studio. So for it to like impact the world like that, it was just like a big thing for me, you know, a big thing. So it just motivated me. I can't wait to drop my album and have the world shaking ass some more.
Let's talk about the album. So you got a title picked out?
I do, but you know, I ain't finna announce it yet.
Oh,
and then when we hit y'all with it, we gonna hit y'all with it. We're gonna do like Beyonce. You know, Beyonce don't have no release dates no more. It
just pops up.
She just be dropping. You see me? Yeah.
So what is this music sounding like on the album?
An orgasm. An eargasm. Sound like Florida. You know? Okay. Sound like Billboard. Sound like Drake should get on one of the motherfuckers to get featured. Drake, what's up? I feel like I got the best album of 2020 and it hasn't even came out yet. Best album of 2021 and it came out yet. And anytime I talk shit, I could back it up. You know, I'm very proud of it because I worked on it for almost 2 years and my fans tired of me previewing shit on my page and then archiving it, you know. So I feel like it's gonna get. I'm gonna get a Grammy. I'm gonna get some kind of award on one of these shows for it, you know. But that shit raw. Just taking me outside of it. That shit raw.
So you recently worked with Rennie Rucci too?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What was that experience like?
It was cool. You know, we was trying to get the video together and stuff, you know, and we really couldn't, you know, get it together. I'm not sure why, but you know, it was dope working with her. You know, anytime I feel like pussy power come together, that shit just is a whole different vibe, you know? Like for real, like women don't realize how powerful we are, like when we together. And it's hard to get us together because we're so powerful. It's like the energy gotta be right, you feel me? I mean, even in the wild, when you look at the wild, like it's not the lion is fighting, it's the lioness because they're so protective, you know? So, you know, that's just the nature of everything. But it was dope working with her. She cool. She fine as fuck, you know? Yeah.
How'd you end up on the City Boy remix?
Lil Duval ass. He seen, like, you know, we from the same city. And it's so funny. Cause like 3 years before that, I was like, man, God, if you just like let Lil Duval, like post me on his page. I know I'm gonna blow, Lord. Like, cause these comedians, they be helping people blow up. Cause Osiris, when he blew like Eastside Avo or whatever his name is, he posted Osiris, but he was a comedian. So it's like people pay attention to the comedians, you know, they make them laugh or whatever. So I'm like, all I need is a comedian to post me, man, and I'm a blow, you know. So when Duval FaceTimed me in the studio, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like I had manifested that shit, you know, but I had put in my work. So, you know, he started that, you know, I was worthy of it. Like, you got to prove yourself, you know. And shit, I sent that shit right back like within 30 minutes. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, you got the best verse on the song. He was like, nah, we're going to put your verse first. But yeah, now that, and ever since then, like, you know, he invited me up to perform with him on the BET Awards. I didn't believe it was going to happen. Because honestly, like, I done had so many almost made it moments in my life, even just with this twerk for me. It's like, it's always been like, you're almost there, like, fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done had so many almost moments. So when he told me we was gonna perform it at the BET Awards, I just forgot about it. Like, man, he kept, I ain't even get my outfit together. I ain't get nothing together till like the day before. And he was like, so you ready for the awards? I'm like, oh, you were serious? Hold on. Let me call somebody and see if I can get a dress made or something like that. So, cause I was so used to disappointment, you know? But that was like one of the best experiences of my life, because that's like what you dream of. I'm looking out in the audience, little Kim sitting on the front row. I'm like, what? Like, this me? I'm seeing my seat. I'm sitting next to, you know, everybody that I felt like I should be in the building. Like, I felt like I should have been in the building, you know? Yeah. So.
And that performance was turned.
It
was crazy.
It was funny.
So much going on that stage.
It was, man. All I was thinking about is like, because I fell in rehearsal. I was coming out. I was like, first off, what you thought? And I slipped. And Dubai was like, don't you do that goddamn shit. I was like, okay, cool. And even like in rehearsal, in my mind, I was just so used to performing as a solo artist. So when my verse came out, I came out there by myself. He like, hold up, we got dancers. Let me show you what you're going to be doing, you know? So he just really kind of walked me down with it and, you know, just made me level up. You know, that was a whole different platform, you know, and I appreciate him forever for sharing that with me. And he always shares his platform with me. So shout out to Lil Duval. Like, he was just like, long as you return the favor to people, you know, and return the energy. So I'm always reaching out to the next artist or showing the next artist love, because people don't realize that that's how you get your blessings.
That's real right there.
When you keep the circle going, you know, you can't worry about if somebody's going to supersede you or outshine you, because if you don't do what you call to do, you ain't finna get your next blessing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you just got to focus on what you got going on and know your calling and do what you supposed to do to keep that shit going. And you're going to always be in the loop to be successful, because that's how the world's supposed to work anyway. So.
Amen.
Church.
So how'd you end up on Love and Hip Hop?
They reached out to me in 2019, and I wasn't too keen on doing reality shows, because reality for me, like, you know, ain't no throwing no water and all that type of shit. You know, like, I'm from Jacksonville, I'm from Duval, so it's like sometimes when you have an issue with somebody on set, that shit might go offset. You feel what I'm saying? Offset. But you know, I felt like I had a good product to push at the time, and I was like, it would just be a great business move for me. Why not? Because a lot of people knew the song Twerk for me, but they didn't put it with my face. So, you know, I just really wanted to have the opportunity to, you know, promote my brand, because it just made so much sense, you know. And then when I got on there, I was kind of nervous, because I'm like, I don't want no problems, you know. But, you know, I was myself, you know, and you know, I don't gotta go crazy and do all kind of crazy, you know, so unless somebody's stepping down or fucking with me. I don't mess with nobody. One thing about me, I mind my business. You don't never see me on the internet clout chasing. I ain't finna clout chase with no niggas, no beef, no none of that. Like, I'm just built a little different, you know. I want the money. I don't want clout, because clout don't last. I want people to remember me and know me for my music and my hustle, and inspire people that you can have success in an unconventional way, because I gained my shit in an unconventional way, you know. So for me now, it's just mainstream now, you know.
Yeah. You got you. All right. What else are you working on? What else is coming up for you?
I'm working on my clothing line.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on my clothing line and cosmetics, you know. Very inspired by Fenty, beauty, and, you know, I just think fashion is like, I feel like my fans, they wanna buy. They just wanna buy some shit. They be cussing me out because I don't be putting out a whole bunch of music, you know. So they just wanna buy shit, you know. They just wanna support me. So.
All right. Any last words? Any shout outs?
I want to say shout out to Jesus Christ, Daddy. Shout out to my mama for popping me out and making me the raw bitch that I am and sticking by me with my hustle, because one thing about it, it's good to have somebody in your corner that supports you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family, my brother, my team, Millie Gang. Shout out to my haters. I really do love y'all, for real. I feel like if I ain't have no haters, I wouldn't be as great as I am today, you know, because people be saying you need haters, but you really do need haters. You feel me? Because even though they might say some fucked up shit, they really point out sometimes what you lacking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be saying some real shit. Y'all haters be saying some real shit sometimes now. Y'all be on the bullshit, but y'all be saying some real shit sometimes. Shout out to my dentist, you know what I'm saying? Echelon Smiles, you feel me? For getting me right, you feel me? And yeah, like a lot of shit in store, you know. Say less and just work more. And it's that, and we activated.